With the first overall pick in the 2026 detail draft, Copperhead Detailing selects Armour Detail Supply as the official partner of the 50 State Series.
For those of you who don't know me, my name is Nick Anderson. I own Copperhead Detailing in Spanish Fort, Alabama. Last year in December, I kickstarted a series here on YouTube called 50 States, 50 Details. The premise of the series, I'm gonna be traveling to all 50 states, doing a paint correction and ceramic coating completely free and documenting the entire process. The journey started by taking a road trip up to Michigan to do a paint correction and ceramic coating on a Mazda RX-7, which actually ended up winning me the Brand Ambassador of the Year award from the Rag Company. They actually flew me out to Boise, Idaho, where I got to see the headquarters. I got to meet a bunch of incredible people from all different parts of the industry, and that's actually where I met Brad from ADS. By this point, both Armour Detail Supply and the Rag Company were helping with product support for the series and had supplied a bunch of products for our North Carolina trip that we had taken just a few months before we actually went out to Idaho. So for me, it was awesome to put faces to the brands that were helping actually support the series. Little did I know that just a few short months later, Brad would reach out with a proposition that would change the course of this series completely. So I'm thrilled to announce that Copperhead Detailing and Armour Detail Supply have officially partnered for the 50 State Series, and we'll be working together from here on out to bring you guys incredible content as we travel across the country detailing some pretty awesome cars. I just want to give a huge thank you to Brad and the guys over at Armour Detail Supply for believing in the vision and deciding to be a part of this series. With that being said, let's get this thing started. All right, we're back. We are in Florida on our 50 State Series. You guys will probably notice it looks a little different. So we have officially partnered up with Armour Detail Supply, and we're gonna be doing this series together. So the benefit of that, consistency, we're gonna be able to bring you guys a video a month. So we're gonna be able to get it more frequent, so more content for you guys. And we have a little bit of help here as well. So we got Sean behind the camera helping out, which is huge. And we're gonna have, Jeff is with us on this trip, but we'll have somebody from the Armour Detail Supply team to help out with the actual detail as well. So we'll make things much easier on me as we're doing the work to the vehicle. So today we've got this beautiful Bayside blue R32 GTR, and we're gonna get this thing polished and protected. All right, so this is Michael. He's the owner of the R32. I'm gonna let him kind of take the reins and tell you about this beautiful car.
Yeah, so I've actually had this car for going on 8 years now. In like 2 weeks, we're gonna hit the 8-year mark. I bought it when it was bone stock, and it's been a really fun journey ever since. The point of the car is not necessarily to be a show car or a street car. It's kind of to be a little bit of everything. So really inspired by 90s JDM tuning style, and kind of just having that vision of like one cohesive fluid design for this car. Trying to only use quality parts as much as I can, but with the purpose of the car being, you know, just driving it every day if I wanted to. It's not a garage queen by any means. It looks good, but it gets driven. I want to enjoy it every weekend if I can. I've actually driven this car to Tennessee and back. I've driven it to Miami and back. So while it is, you know, a pretty car for sure, it's a driver. So I'm really excited to see what Nick and the team can do to bring out a little more shine and get it looking her best.
We'll talk real quick about like wheels and tires, the body kit, just kind of explain for people that don't know. Not everybody's probably like big car guy. So
for me, I always dreamed of having the Nismo LM GT2s on this car. That was kind of my ideal wheel setup. So these are Nismo LM GT2s. They're 18 by 10.5. They're considered 400R spec. So it's a really aggressive setup for this car, especially when you consider the big brakes, the body kit, all that stuff. We have a lot of hours into just getting the fitment right. It's a Duluck Japan body kit. So front bumper, skirts, rear bumper, It's all Duluck. We did a lot of work into the engine bay, shaved paint, tucked, running a Garrett G35 900 turbo with an RTEC manifold, Nismo plenum, Nismo front mount intercooler, all Greddy AN fittings and hoses and lines, Greddy clamps. So trying to have like a really good design with while using some of my favorite brands. For the interior, we've got the HKS Brid Euroster 2 collabs from the HKS 50th anniversary collab. Those were kind of a dream piece as well for me to get into the car. So just trying to have everything kind of flow and go together.
Unfortunately, Michael's got to go to work, so he's going to miss out on the fun part. But when you get back, this thing's going to look amazing. So ready to hop right into it.
Really excited.
Yeah.
So,
Appreciate it, dude.
yeah, man.
All right, so let's get this decon wash started. First thing we need to do, we got our bucket set up. We're gonna start cleaning the wheels, but in order to get our buckets completely set up, we're gonna use our decon soap. All you need is 2 to 3 ounces in the foam cannon. All you need is an ounce in the bucket. So we're gonna get these ready, and then Nick's gonna get started on cleaning the wheels, and let's just get started.
Alright, so in case you guys don't know, the Rag Company has been a huge help with the series as well. They're providing all of our microfiber necessities, polishes, pads. Buff and Shine has also partnered through the Rag Company to provide all the pads that we need for polishing. But in here, we've got tons of microfiber towels, wash mitts, clay scrubbers, everything that we need to get the job done in terms of microfibers, polishes and pads. They've also sent a bunch of stuff for Michael as well to help him maintain the vehicle after it's coated. So we got a ton of stuff in here for him as well to make sure that he actually can care for this thing properly once we're done. So big thanks to the Rag Company.
All right, so before we even start thinking about polishing, we want to make sure the surface of the vehicle is as clean as possible before a polisher ever touches the paint. So to do that, we're going to start with Armour Detail Supply Decon Soap. This isn't just a regular car shampoo. It's designed to help break down and remove embedded contamination, hold protection like waxes and sealants, and other residues so that we're working with a completely prepped surface before moving on to the paint correction. Even though the soap is doing a lot of the heavy lifting, it's still important to use proper wash techniques. We want to remove contamination without introducing any additional scratches or swirl marks. Every imperfection we create during the wash process is something we're going to have to spend extra time to remove later. So we're still using safe wash methods to keep the paint in the best condition possible while getting it ready for polishing. The paint on a car is porous, just like our skin. So even after a decon wash, there's still a good chance we have bonded contamination stuck in the paint. This is where we're going to do a chemical and mechanical decontamination step to remove those embedded contaminants. So this is just a personal preference, but I'm all about efficiency, so I like combining the 2 steps. First, I'll spray on the iron remover, let it dwell for a minute or two, and then follow up by foaming over the iron remover before I do my clay bar treatment. Doing it this way adds tons of lubrication for the clay sponge. Again, we want to make sure that we're not inducing any more swirls or scratches to the paint that we're going to have to fix later.
This paint is not very contaminated at all, so we'll be able to get away with a just a synthetic clay scrubber. So if you guys reference back to the video that Brad made on synthetic versus actual clay, that'll help kind of give you an idea of when to use real clay versus just a clay sponge. So yeah, we'll get this thing clayed and then we'll start polishing.
In this sequence, the iron remover is handling the chemical side of things, and the clay sponge is handling the mechanical side of things. By the time you're done with this step, the paint should feel incredibly smooth and we'll have a perfectly clean surface, ready for inspection and polishing. After one final rinse, it's time to dry the vehicle. For this step, we use a combination of a high quality drying towel. I prefer the M22 from the rag company, and a leaf blower to ensure that we get water out of all of those hard to reach places. I like to spend a little bit more time during this step just to make sure that we do a thorough job and that we're not going to have any water running down onto the panel when we're polishing, or especially when we're ceramic coating. So spend a little extra time here. It'll save you tons of headache later.
So huge shout out to Buff and Shine. I'm pretty sure they sent over at least one of every pads that they offer. So 5-inch, 3-inch, and even 1-inch pads. The paint isn't in terrible shape. I know for sure the hood is gonna need 2 steps of correction. So we're gonna go through, we're gonna find a good pad and polish combo, and then we're just gonna tackle this thing. Most of it looks pretty good, so it should just kind of need like a jeweling step, just kind of polish it up. But other than that, yeah, just want to give a big thanks to Buff and Shine. We get started.
With the vehicle completely clean and dry, it's time to start taping off all the rubber trim, plastics, and any other sensitive areas before we begin polishing. Taking the time to mask everything off now can save you a lot of cleanup later. The last thing we want to do is spend hours perfecting the paint, only to leave white polishing residue embedded in the trim. Not a good look. For me, this is where the fun really starts. All of the washing, decontamination, and prep work has led us to this point. It's one of those things that's kind of hard to explain, but once you've done a couple passes with the polisher, wipe off your polish, and see the extreme depth and clarity of the paint, something about that is just so satisfying to me. As satisfying as it is to watch the paint come back to life, polishing isn't just about appearance. Not only does it restore the gloss and clarity of the paint, it also helps create the ideal surface for the ceramic coating. By properly correcting and refining the paint, we're giving the coating the best possible foundation to bond to, which ultimately helps maximize both its appearance and long-term performance. Now that the polishing is complete, we can remove all of the masking tape and start prepping the vehicle for ceramic coating. The reason we're removing the tape is because every inch of this vehicle is going to get ceramic coated. The paint, the trim, the glass, everything but the wheels on this project. Even though the paint looks great at this point, there's still polishing oils and residues left behind that need to be removed before we apply any protection. For that, we're using Armour Detail Supply Panel Prep. After this step, the paint is fully corrected, fully cleaned, and ready for ceramic coating.
All right, so we're about to coat the vehicle. I know you got to run, so wanted to just kind of give you a brief rundown of just some stuff that we have for you. So we have full Armour Detail Supply, maintenance kit, essentially. So you'll have everything you need to clean the vehicle: wheel and tire cleaner, pH neutral shampoo, so you'll be able to wash and maintain it. Amplify, so you've got some protection for your protection. Kind of make sure that the coating lasts the full, as long as we possibly can. I mean, you keep it in the garage, so honestly, it'll probably last a really long time.
That's the goal. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
We got a ton of microfiber towels and stuff for you too, drying towels, wash mitts, all that good stuff. So you'll be set.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure do.
Finally, after all that hard work, now we're at the final stage of the detail, the ceramic coating. For this vehicle, we're using Armour Detail Supply's Pro Quartz Coating. This is the step that protects all of the hard work we've put into the vehicle up to this point. In addition to protecting the finish, the Pro Coating gives the paint a level of depth that's really hard to capture on camera, but it gives the paint a glass-like, almost liquid look that's very noticeable when you're standing in front of the vehicle in person. With that being said, the appearance enhancement is really just a bonus. The main reason we're applying this coating is for the protection it provides and the ease of maintenance that it comes with. The coating creates a durable barrier that helps protect from contamination while making the vehicle easier to wash and keep clean over time. The polishing is really what created the gloss and clarity that you're seeing. The coating's job is to preserve that and help keep the vehicle looking its best for years to come. With the paint and trim coated, now we're moving on to the glass. For this, we're using Armour Detail Supply's glass coating. While you could use the same coating we used on the paint, this product is specifically designed for glass surfaces. It's formulated to bond properly to the glass and provide the best possible performance where it matters most. Being that this vehicle lives in Florida, heavy rain and afternoon storms are a regular occurrence. The glass coating helps water bead up and clear off the windshield much more effectively, improving visibility during wet weather and making driving in the rain a little easier.
All right, that's a wrap on Florida. I think this thing came out amazing. You guys let us know what you think down in the comments. We are off to our next date. We're headed to North Georgia. We're going to be doing David Patterson's S13. If you guys know him, that dude in blue. We'll be heading up there to polish his vehicle, so you guys stay tuned for that one. Also, we are on the search, so if you guys have a vehicle that you think would be a good addition to the series, hit us up. You can send a DM to Armour or Copperhead Detailing. We're trying to find vehicles that are eye-catching and would be a good addition to the series. So if you have anything that you think would be worth coming out and detailing completely free, hit us up. We'd love to hear from you. Big shout out to Armour Detail Supply. Again, sponsoring this series is huge. Looking forward to working with you guys more in the future. And of course, shout out to the Rag Company and Buff and Shine for all the supplies that you guys provided as well. That's a wrap on this one. We'll see you guys in Georgia.